Hey you, it's me, Curtis P. Hello everyone, and welcome to another Sims 4 room building video. We're back inside of the Sims 4, obviously, and today I thought it would be fun to build a kid's room. Yes guys, a kid's bedroom. It's always kind of a fun thing to have inside of your home, obviously. So we're gonna build the ultimate child's bedroom here. We're gonna go with a height of a short room, because I don't want it to be too tall. Alright, so first things first, we're going to find ourselves a bed. We're going to get a bed. We're going to get a bed. Comfort. Let's find ourselves a awesome kid's bed. Awesome possum kid's bed. We could do like a futuristic kid's bed. Teen singles dream. Ooh. Ooh, fancy! We are going to give the kid a really shitty bed. Could you imagine? That'd be horrible. We're the worst type of people. That one's too fancy. That one's too modern. I feel like this one's pretty, like, simplistic. I think I can work with this. So we're going to do with that. What do I want this room to be? What kind of windows? What kind of windows do I want to use? What kind of windows do I want to use? Those windows, those. Those windows, Windows. Yes? Okay, great. Okay, great. These windows look huge. Oh, shoot, I deleted the whole room. And the room build video is done. Goodbye. The whole thing is over. Goodbye. The room level needs to be taller. Okay, great. Let's go with... Well, we could go with something like this. It just looks like gigantic from the outside. I don't really like that, though. I think it looks... I want some sort of, like, simplistic... Yeah, these are kind of like... They're kind of, like, really big windows, but I think they would look really cool from above. Let's do something like... Is that too many of them? I feel like that's too many of them now. Are there ones without the door... Like, the things on the side of them? There are these... Which are very similar. These things, no. I think these are the closest ones without the actual pieces on them. So we'll go something like that. Something similar to thus. There we go. So, kid's bedroom. Something simple. Nothing too complicated. You know what actually I want to do? I want to delete that. I want to delete that because you know what I want? Because a kid's bedroom should look amazing. I have an idea. What I want is like two separate sort of areas for my kid's bedroom. Kind of like what I did with my master bedroom for the parents. I thought that was kind of cool. So we're going to do like a separator area, kind of like this. And I feel like this area might be a little too big, but we'll see in a second. So we're going to do something like this. With the kid's bed, it'll be over here. And maybe this side will be like a gaming area or something. I think that'd be kind of cool. So we're going to go slightly larger. I think this room was just a little too long, personally. There we go. That. Yeah, now I think it's too short. Now I feel like it's too short. There we go, that's kind of better. That's better. We're going to put a door in here so that your Sims can go outside. We'll do something like that. Some sort of fun outdoor area. So your Sims can have, like, a cool area to just chillax in. Just relax. What am I changing? Probably just the outside, right? Yeah. It's the outside is changing, not the inside. Okay, so we'll also need a door into this room so that your Sim children can enter when they wish to. We'll just leave it like that. We won't really do anything. We could do like a brown, but it's just like super brown. Whatever. Now, again, none of the items match. This is my like #1 complaint in like every video I ever post. Like, nothing matches. I don't know. Once again, coming from like the Sims 4 where you could make, or Sims 3 where you could make everything match, it's just like super annoying to come into this world and it not be available like that. So we're going to just leave it with white for right now, like that. We're going to put some lights in, standard affair, lighting. I feel like it's necessary. What kind of lights do I want in here? I could go with these. These are very studio lights, though. Let's put in just some regular, standard wall lights. put in some like, bloop, bloop. Actually, do I want them? I kind of want ceiling lights. I think they come with get to work. I don't really want to use them in the event that, the limited supply. I think I'm going to have to use them this time. We'll put in 2 of these, I guess. I would put in like just 1, but, oh, and I've deleted the room once again. But maybe 1, 1 will be fine, because I'll have like a bedside table here in a second. Because if we jump in, we actually grab a surface. Let's grab a table. The bedside table that matches this is probably this one, I would assume. They're somewhat the same color. This does come in a white, which is good, because it'll kind of match the rest of the room. A white and a green, we can go with that. I think that looks kind of nice. Can I change this lamp to be white? I can, kind of. Yeah, there we go. So, we'll go with that, and then we'll find some wallpaper. Something that is sort of kid-like. I'm just going to throw that in there for right now. I really have no intention of keeping that. I just want to like get something on the wall so that I can see what's going on. Some sort of kid-based wallpaper. That's really not kid-based. It's got to be like something fun. Ooh, that's pretty fancy. Hello, this is a fancy place. Though, quite frankly, the kids' room does have like 2 separate parts to it, so wouldn't be surprised if this was a reality. We could go with something like this. What does this come in? Does this come in like different textures? It does. Comes in like a green. Oh, we could have like a feature wall. Yes. Like that with like grass. Would that look cool? Just as like one wall. I feel like it would be better if it was just the back wall. What was that? Like that. Then we grab this and we kind of put this back. And like that. And then we do this one too because it kind of got affected. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. It kind of ties in. Or I could do dinosaurs. We could do dinosaurs across this wall. I don't know if I like that. What is this? This is no. I do kind of like the... What's this one? This is green. There's the green grass one. I think that one's kind of nicer. Let's see if I can find... Do we have a carpet? Is there some sort of carpet? Where's carpet? Is that carpet? That apparently is carpet. It does come in a blue, which is good, I guess. Whoop, spin around. Place that in like that. I don't want to do the whole thing. And I really don't like what color blue that is, because I think it looks bad. I could do like a gray. Though it looks... It's so dull. Like, it's just like, meh. I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe we do like a wood. Like the whole room is like a dark wood. Yeah. Could do like a white wood, but I don't really want that. I think it would look better as like a darker wood texture, something like that, maybe. Yeah, kind of like that. And we'll put some. There we go. That's good. And then we're gonna put over top. That's a little bit lighter, slightly lighter shade. I'm gonna put decorative items. I'm gonna put a rug down here. Sorry, I said that word like 60 times. I'm gonna put. You're probably just like, put what, Curtis? Say the word. Sorry. Sorry, no. Okay, sorry. Okay, no, but sorry. That's too much green, though. Is there like an accented green? What I want is the black to be green, is what I want. But I don't think I can get... Oh my god, it's bright pink. That's so sweet. I don't like that. Can I get this in a different... Is there any sort of other rug that's not... What's this one? Does this one come in like a green? Not really. What matches green as like a color? Once again, color theory, everyone. I'm really bad at it. No, I don't like that. What's this one come in? Green. What kind of comes in? That one has like the same motif, which is kind of nice, and I like that. The same motif. See, we could put like this rug kind of on this side, so that, you know, you're not stepping out of bed and it's like cold and stuff. Red, pink, blue. Blue kind of matches. It's still like a lighter color. a lighter shade. A lighter shades of blue. Let's put in some cool... these are gigantic, though apparently they fit, which is weird. No, these are not what I want. Could go with something like this. No. I don't like that. I think that's ugly. No, 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 no. We could go with separate pieces. I don't really want separate pieces. I want like two distinct. Let's see. What does this come in for colors? Does this come in like a... It comes in like a blue. It also comes in like a green with like a weird like yellow and orange. Not really what I want. Could match it to blue, I guess. I don't know. What color matches that? Like a brown? Does that sort of work? I feel like it doesn't, though. Feel like that doesn't work as a color. Like, now that I can't pick the proper color, I have to get rid of that. That's just so fancy, though. I don't want to use that. I really don't want to use something that's super fancy. 'Cause I'm so fancy. Remember that song? It was a great song back in the day. That was a great song. We could do green. We could do like a white. We could do gray. We could do like a red, I guess, for some reason. I think I'm just going to go with white. As boring as that is, sorry guys, there's just like very little other things that I can choose from. Is the word that I'm coming out. Frun. Choose frun. What word is that? Is that a word? Choose frun? Nope. And I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one that I just had. I just couldn't find anything to match it. Yeah, it is basically the exact same thing. Okay, so we're just going to get rid of that because I don't want that here. All right. We want some sort of storage unit. Be nice to have something like this. Does this come in white? It does. That's not white. That's kind of white. What would the equivalent? Was this like a... No, that's like all tarnished. I don't want something that's tarnished. I want something that's tarnished. Gah. I guess this is the equivalent. The one that matches it, apparently. And it has to be white and gold? Really? I feel like that doesn't match that, though. Ugh. Okay, whatever. Let me grab this. Actually, I don't want it against that wall. I do want it against this wall, but I don't really want it in the corner. Yeah, I kind of want it like that. We will have a lamp that goes on top of here, so we'll go lighting, some sort of desk lamp, which will be cool. We'll kind of make this more maybe of like a boys-themed room, so we'll grab... Do we want the soccer light? Hey, you don't really want the soccer light. Oh, we could do this one. This is kind of cute. Look at that. It's a little panda bear. There's a panda bear. I don't like it in any of those colors, so we're just going to leave it as the generic look. Let's grab some sort of art, because apparently this child has artwork on his walls. The kid probably has no idea what the artwork means, but the parents are like, you know, it looks fancy. It's culture for the child. Like, the child doesn't know what it's looking at. Oh my god, that's cool. It's dinosaurs. It's dinosaurs. Let's move that down a little bit, though. I kind of want it right out there. Perfect. And I am going to actually put some lights in alongside this. Not like that. These lights? No. I feel like these lights just don't work. There's no, like, small little, like, wall sconces that look good. They're all kind of like these weird, like... What about this? That's kind of okay. I don't know. Does it come in like a white? No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Why would it come in a white? That would be too easy. These are ultra modern. Does this come in a white? Kind of. Yeah, I don't like that. There's too much light going on now in this area. On this wall, I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to put some like toys and stuff though. So we're going to go to kids, toys. Obviously we want like a giant plushed animal in the corner because that's always cool. Can I change your color? I can't. You come in blue. I don't like you in blue though. We're going to leave you as... I don't know. I thought this was a boys' room, but it really... I don't know. Could be either or. Doesn't really matter. There we go. We'll put that in there. Oh my god, it's a robot. We'll put some robots up here. Little teddy bear. Oh, that's a big teddy bear. That is a big teddy bear. Okay, big teddy goes over here. Just move this over to the side a little bit. Actually, we're going to move that there. We'll put the teddy bear in the middle. Kind of like that, so he just kind of sits in the corner. which is kind of cool. You are also gigantic. What is this, a rock? Lump of clay. Well, okay, you go there. Lump of clay. Great, perfect, thank you. Alright, let's grab this again. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this light. Perfect, we'll put 2 of those lights in. I think I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm actually going to duplicate these light sources. So there are 2 of them. And maybe this. Perfect. Okay, cool. So now this is kind of like the kids' sitting area, I guess. We'll put in like a TV and stuff in here for the kid, because the kid is fancy and has a television in his room. Or her room. It doesn't really matter. Not to judge. I'm not here to judge. Slightly... Do we want something like that? Kind of like that. And then we'll put in a cool, like, comfort. Is there some sort of, like, really cool couch for the kids to have? Not really. I was hoping for, like a weird, like, blow-up couch or some sort of other weird piece of furniture, but there's, like, nothing. There's nothing that's, like, kids-themed. It's all, like, boring. Can't even go into kids, right? There's nothing. Not really. There's a toy chest, which we can throw in, I guess, right there. Move this down a little bit so the kids can actually see the television. It's probably pretty important. Kids' bookcase. Yeah, sure, we'll put that in, where do we want this one? That's kind of a cool bookcase. I like that one more. We'll move it so it's like this, though. And we'll have it as a white color. What kind is this? Does this come in like a white? It kind of comes in a white. Let's do another. Okay, we do need some sort of place for the kid to sit. Let's go preferably 2 chairs. Something that's more fun. What are these chairs? These are kind of interesting. They're not like the most fancy chair in the world, which is kind of what I want. Like, your kid really doesn't need the most amazing thing in the world to sit in. There we go. And we are going to put like a decorative item on the floor. We'll put in another rug. Something that's kind of... Is there no, like, kid... Oh, there is. There's a dinosaur one. Sweet! Dinosaurs, man. Dinosaurs. Okay, we'll go back to the kids section here and more plush-related things. We could put a giant thing like that in, but I don't think there's enough room. Let's put some of these toys in. Toys, yay. Yay, toys, man. Toys. What is this? This is a little bear, which is kind of cute. There's a little race car. Race car. Race car. Okay, what else do we got here? These are like books and stuff. There's a little turnstile. What else do we got with some like trains and stuff? That's kind of cool. Let's do storage and then, oh no, surfaces. There we go. This is what I'm looking for here. And I'm kind of looking for, I guess it's this. I wanted like a nicer, it's kind of like a white. Yes, it does. Okay, but I want it like here though. And I guess there, and I guess there, and somewhere around there. So it's kind of like a shelf that goes across, and we can put kids-related items on top of this. I hate how things don't snap to this. Why don't you snap here? Ugh. Okay, these are useless. If I can't get items to go on top of them, then there's like no reason in having them, because they're just in the road. Like, and I'm not going to spend time fiddling to get them to move all the way up there, because that's just a pain in the butt. Surfaces. Can I get this to work like on a different wall, maybe? Maybe if I use like the regular height, maybe it won't break. If we just do it like this. Kids base items. Let's do like a plane. Nope, that won't go up there. This car will not go up there. The boat doesn't really go up there. Why don't you? I don't understand. I could, like, move objects it up, but that's just such a pain in the butt. Let's put those books over there. What about this creepy gnome? Can I put this on top of there? Nope. 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 Why would you be able to do that? That's crazy. You're crazy, Curtis. You're crazy. Let's put some more art on the walls, and then we'll be done. Let's see. Is there any more, like, cool... Some cool, like, clouds and stuff. These are kind of neat. Nifty. Cool clouds and things and stuff. Put some like kids posters up and stuff if I really wanted to. Is there any like last like kind of photo that I like? Actually, I like that one. That's kind of cool. We'll put these clouds sort of over there. Simplistic, kind of. It's just, you know, I could see it working in like a certain type of house. I don't know. I don't think it's the best thing I've ever built, but it is a kid's room nonetheless. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Of course, you can also find all of the other videos that I create. There are annotations on screen right now, and of course, in the description down below. Also, be sure to follow me on the many social media networks in which I am on. There is a giant annotation right below me here. You can click on that to be brought to my website, where there are a full variety of links is the word I'm actually looking for, links to all of the different social media networks I am on. If you're on a mobile device, you can either check the description down below, or there should be a little card annotation on screen that you can tap on, and that will bring you to the same website, which is super cool. And of course, don't forget there is a link to this very build in the description down below for the gallery link, so check that out. Well, until next time, everyone, I'm Curtis Parody. Have yourself a great day, and happy simming!